Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and today we're playing a new game. We're playing Secret World. It's a new MMO. I was kind of a bit sort of lost for, say lost. I was a bit sort of between games really. I'm a bit fed up with Diablo 3, so I've given that a bit of a rest. I was looking for something new to play, and I've read quite a lot about Secret World. And I used to be sort of really addicted to MMOs. Like everyone that came out used to sort of at least try to see what it was like. I hadn't done that for a while, but I've read quite a lot of good stuff about this particular one, so I thought I'd give it a go. I won't spend. We'll try and get straight into the gameplay. I won't spend too much time explaining how the game works or the story, but essentially there's a big darkness coming to destroy the world, as big darknesses do. Really, you know, if there's a big darkness, it's probably going to want to destroy something, and that's the case here. And there are three factions that you join: Illuminati, the Templars, and the Dragons. And as you can probably tell, you've got the whole sort of secret society thing going on in the background, you know, sort of conspiracy theories, that kind of thing. And each of those I think the factions are trying to save the world essentially in their own way. I think each faction's got their own sort of moral values and their different ways of doing things, but I think they're all trying to save the world essentially, and you join one of those factions. I've joined the Templars, which is seems to be the European-y based faction. And also, there's a whole sort of storyline thing at the beginning of the game, and the one thing that Secret World does is it's quite into this new sort of thing for MMOs where everything's really story driven and there's lots of cutscenes and stuff. And at the beginning of the game, there's loads of cutscenes. Apparently, you've got superpowers because some glowy bee flies in your mouth or something. That seems to be the main premise of why you got superpowers. I probably should read up a bit more about it, because I'm sure that's not the only reason, but that seems to be the impression the game gives. But it's quite story driven in that sense, a bit like the Old Republic. And that's it really. Yeah, and as you can see, it's real world. That's one of the reasons why I'm finding it really interesting actually, because you know, you can get a bit fed up with high fantasy, sort of goblins and wizards and that kind of thing, and it's just nice to play an MMO that's based in sort of real worldish. Combat and skills I'm not going to go into that much, because you know that really is it's pretty crazy, that sort of stuff. You don't have levels, you have skill points and ability points that you can spend. Your skill points, this is the menu for it. Your skill points you put into your weapons of choice, and I think they increase the damage, and also each weapon has a secondary function. So I'm using hammer, so you've got damage you can put points into, and survivability. Now, I think survivability essentially sort of increases your tanking ability. So if you got the hammer, you can sort of increase the you're a bit of a better tank essentially. And I'm also using shotgun. So again, shotgun's got damage and it's got support, and I think support is just sort of general support for yourself and your party when you're doing quests and stuff. Because of the way the game's laid out from a skill point of view, and because there's no levels and you get points, you can put sort of points into anything really and become a jack of all trades. But I think because of the ability wheel, which I'll show you in a minute, you probably need to sort of concentrate on 2 weapons, maybe 3 you can get away with. I'm not quite sure how many skill points you get or ability points, so I'm not sure how far you can go. I believe you can go back and do all the quests in an area again, so I guess if you're patient, you could essentially do, you know, you could sort of max everything out if you were that mad. But you can wield 2 weapons at once. So most of the builds that you find on the internet are based around 2 weapons essentially, because it just makes sense, because you can only wield sort of, you know, 2 at once. So I've gone hammer and shotgun, which means, I think it means a bit of DPS, a bit of sort of survivability, and a bit of support. Now the thing to take into account with the weapons, and I don't really understand it fully myself, so you probably need to go and read up on the internet, is that there are a lot of synergies between the weapons. There are sort of states that you put on creatures when you attack them. I think some of the states, things like weaken, hinder, that kind of thing, and all of the weapons kind of do these different states, and I think it's quite good to try and choose 2 weapons that sort of synergize together. Synergize, is that a word? I've got no idea. It is now, I've made it up. That go well together, that kind of support the different states you can put on creatures and stuff. So that's something to look at, but that's quite sort of, you know, complicated, and you probably need to look at the website for that. So you put points into your weapons, and you get ability points, which then allow you to open up skills within those weapons. So this is my on the left hand side here. These two are my two shotgun abilities. You got Enforce, which I'm assuming is the damage one, and these are all the skills that I can spend my ability points on. Then you got Control, which I don't know. Maybe that's the support side of things. I'm not sure. But again, a load of skills you can spend on stuff. And these are my hammer skills over here. Abilities, I should say. So you pop your ability points into these, and you buy yourself better skills. I think once you've bought all of the skills or abilities in these two sections here, then I think it opens up these sections, so the outer rings, or clusters as they call them, and you can buy even more skills. So the game from a building a character point of view is quite crazy. You know, I mean, there's so many different skills and so many different ways of doing it. I think there's a good chance maybe that a lot of people, you know, you could be quite unique. You know, I'm hoping that from a shotgun hammer point of view, you know, maybe when I sort of filled in a lot of the abilities, I can be a sort of quite, you know, not unique, but sort of, I think there's a chance to build lots of different builds, so you're not, you know, so you're not the same as everyone else. And of course you've got all these other abilities and weapons that you can put points into. And as I said, I could have spent points in, I could get myself an assault rifle and put points in there if I wanted. But I think probably at the start that may be spreading your abilities around a bit too much, so that you become a bit unfocused. So I'm concentrating on shotgun and hammer. Down here I've got my equipped actives, these are called, and these are the abilities I click on to do damage and stuff. And these are my equipped passives, which do different things. Brawler increases damage of my critical hits, for example. So they're my passives going on in the background. I'll explain something about the combat very briefly when we actually get into some combat. Now I'll do it now actually. The way the combat seems to work, and I'm sure it gets more complicated as you go along, but when you attack something, let me just read the description here. This is pump action, a shotgun attack that deals a moderate amount of damage in a cone in front of you. Now this is the important bit, builds a weapon resource for each equipped weapon. So what that does is when I use that, for the shotgun ones anyway, on the creature that I'm attacking, it puts like a blast icon, and there's 5 of them you can have. For the hammer, this little bit down here is my hammer resources, which start on 5. So when I use an ability that consumes hammer resources, they will go. But using what they call builder skills builds the resources up. So the way combat seems to work is that you hit something with your builders to build your weapon resources up, and then you use your, I guess, like finishers or your consume all resources abilities, which do more damage. So combat at the moment seems to be a combination of using your builders to build up resources, to build up your weapon resources, and then using your abilities that use the resources up to do a load of damage. So I'm sure it gets more complicated than that, and I'm sure it probably is more complicated at the moment than how I'm describing it, but that's how it seems to be working at the moment. So let's do a quest. We're in Kingsmouth, which is an area, it's kind of like the starting area, and I've done quite a few quests here already. So as you can see, it's not really a sort of a playthrough from start to finish, but we'll see how we go with it. And I'm in a church, and this guy's got a quest for us, so we're going to go and have a chat with him, see what he wants us to do. Henry Hawthorne, bit of a weirdo I think probably, but look at that actually, look at that lady there. She's got a couple, I like that, she's got a couple of like sort of old Wild West fashion pistols. You see, I'm terrible, absolutely terrible for aughts in MMOs. You know, I've seen that character there with a couple of old Wild West pistols at her side, and now I want to log out and create a pistol character because that just looks awesome. Anyway, we'll carry on with the character I've got at the moment. Let's talk to Henry Hawthorne. And as you'll see, every time you speak to someone about a quest, there's a cutscene, so there's quite a lot of dialogue and stuff. But here we go. This quest, Henry Hawthorne. This particular church, he says, is protected by Illuminati wards, and he wants us to investigate them to figure out how they work. If I accept it, I think there'll be a cutscene. Let's have a look. Yes, here we go.
Blessed are the meek, but doubly blessed are those who do the Lord's work boldly. It is through His grace that we find sanctuary in His house, when His house is besieged by zombies. Not to belittle the Lord's work, but perhaps the Illuminated Ones made this place a safe place through some conjuration of theirs. Blessed by the Lord, of course, or at the very least tolerated. Whatever the providence of our sanctuary, it extends no further than the doorstep. Even the cemetery spills over with the devil's spawn. I've tried prayer, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar. And Bible thumping just pisses them off.
I'm quite warming to this guy. He's pretty cool. So let's have a. So all our quests are over here on the right hand side. Let's shut that. Let's close the chat thing down a bit. It's a bit too bit big. Yeah, all the quests are over here on the right. You seem to be able to have one main quest on the go and sort of 3 or 4 side quests. I think this is a main quest because of the icon. I'm not sure. But what I've got to do for this first, each quest has a number of tiers. Tier 1, and this one's got 5 tiers. So we're on tier 1. We've got 5 tiers to complete the quest. It's quite good because it just means that you don't have to come back and talk to the person again when you finish the part of the quest. You can just keep going through the quest. So for this first part, we have to draw some. I'm actually carrying a hammer and my shotgun on the back at the same time. I know previously you only saw one of your weapons. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be. But what we need to do is draw some zombies. Ooh, draw some zombies into the church. And I think what happens is that the wards kill the zombies. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. That's 3. Need to draw in some more. The one thing I probably didn't say about the story is that the game's based on sort of all of our sort of real myths and I say real, all of our myths and legends. You know, so it's got zombies, vampires, werewolves, secret societies, all that kind of malarkey. So let's lead these guys back into the church. Yeah, so it's got all that sort of stuff in it. Oh, bloody hell. I think this will be that. Yeah, okay. So that's the first tier done. The second tier, it wants us to study the first Illuminati ward. Now, I have seen some things on the church here. Yeah, here we go. It's kind of a bit wardy. Let's have a look at those. Study the second ward. Oh, it's not that one. Let's have a look around the back. And I really like the whole feel of the game as well. It's got a bit of a sort of H.P. Lovecrafty sort of feel to it, you know, Cthulhu-y, that kind of thing. So yeah, so that's it's just nice to be playing a game that's not based in some other world, I think. Oh, there's another ward. Oh yeah, there we go. A second ward. These wards are protecting the church apparently. As study the third one. Now there was another one around here, the corner here, wasn't there, on the door. I think that's kind of the same as the first one, is it? Yeah, can't look at that one. Let's go around the back. Let's sprint. That might speed things up a bit. Oh, bloody hell. There's a zombie there called Dearly Departed. Let's there's a ward. Look, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I found 3 wards, and I've now got to draw them on the graveyard fences. That's interesting. So I've got to draw the protection ward here. What are these zombies here? I don't know. Let's get ourselves positioned, because I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, holy smoke! Unquiet dead. Okay, let's give him a whack. Where are you going? Oh, what's he doing? Okay. I'm not sure if you can see those little blast marks that are coming up on the bottom of the health bar of the creature there. They're my shotgun resources. Come back here. Oh, there we go. Finished him off. Oh, so did I actually get to finish? I'm not sure. Let's do that again. There we go. Okay, that's the first ward done. Got to go over here. Oh, there's another one there. Look, another ward. That must be the same as one around the corner. Okay, we're going to assume that one of those things is going to spawn again. Oh no. Cool. There's some of these gravestones I can look at, so I'm assuming that maybe there's going to be a quest involving looking at those. Dolores Creed, tender mother, a faithful friend. Ah, cool. Now, it's great. I like the way that you can just pick up side quests just from wandering around. So this like on here generally is a side quest. And this one tells us Kingsmouth, like so many other small towns across the country, lost soldiers in the Second World War. A quick glance at nearby graves reveals that some of the veterans have risen as walking dead. Oh God. So I've got to go and put them out of their misery. We'll accept that one, but we won't do it at the moment. Oh, loads of icons have appeared. Telling me where they are. But we'll get back onto the quest that we're doing. Last fence. Let's see if something else, one of those things spawn again. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, bloody hell, some big dude spawned. Here we go. Move out of that area. Oh, dead. No mucking about. Okay, so I think we did that quest. Now what you can do is when you've got a mobile phone that you pick up at quite close to the start of the game. When you finish a quest, you kind of report back to your faction, essentially telling them how you've got on, sending them all the information. That's that quest done. And I can get an item here. Now what I didn't say is that there are talismans you can wear. Different talismans, different parts of the body, and these are the things that sort of give you stats like hit points, attack rating, all that kind of thing. I'll pick that one because it sort of gives us pluses on everything. Yeah, and you can change those. You have to put points into some of them to be able to wear them, because some of the weapons, as you go up in levels, require you to have more skill points in a certain thing. So yeah, that's your talisman. So that's like your equipment that you wear that puts your stats up. So we've done that quest. We've got some experience. Let's see what else we've got. I'm sure this guy had another quest. Let's have a look. Running around with my hammer in my hand now. So as you can see, the that quest we just did has got a timer on it. So I'm assuming I can come back again and do that. Okay, the Kingsmouth Code. As an epicentre of early Illuminati history in the New World, Kingsmouth is still full of signs and symbols. Understanding their hidden message can unearth ancient secrets left by the Illuminati fathers. Okay. What does he want us to do? We'll accept this quest. Another cutscene.
Kingsmouth is a book of secrets, an illuminated manuscript waiting for those who would read between the lines. I've seen it spelled out, the hidden truth of this blighted Garden of Eden. For are we not seekers of knowledge, you and I? Even a man of God can have his eyes open to further enlightenment and illumination. To be illuminated under the eye. The pyramid? The Illuminati. I'm with the Illuminati. I don't have a badge or anything like that. I'm what you might call a hobbyist member. But I earned it. I did extensive research on the net. The code words I followed led me to forums. Secret forums. Forums that don't show up on Google. And I'm an avid poster. A valued poster. I know there are paths in Kingsmouth not on any map. The work of the Illuminati is everywhere. A secret gospel, chapter and verse throughout the town. Signs and formulae. That's why you're here, isn't it? Now, my work is not exhaustive. There are elements of our grand plan I may have overlooked. Tiny, tiny details still left unexplored. I trust we have each other's disclosure.
Did he mean discretion? Anyway. Right, so this quest, the Kingsmouth Code, he wants us to follow some Illuminati symbols. Now this is probably a good idea to talk about the investigation quests, because the game actually has its own built-in web browser that you can open up and sort of go looking on Google and stuff. And I think you're encouraged to do that to try and find, just try and find clues on how to solve quests. And this particular one. Okay, so this thing here is. Oh bloody hell! Someone being attacked. Okay, so there's a drain hole on the ground. I love that. I love that dual pistol thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and start a dual pistol character at some point. That's awesome. Anyway, this manhole cover's got an Illuminati symbol on, and it says "Follow them." There's one there. I'm not going to go into the browser. We'll try and work it out ourselves. I'm not quite sure what I've got to do. What I'm going to do, right? Okay, there's one there. There's another manhole cover here. There's a manhole cover there, and there's one up there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the symbol logically. So that will be the top of the symbol. So we'll follow the arrow. Let's put it on sprint. Another one here. Yep, we'll keep going up. Try and avoid any combat. That one's still going down the road. As you can see, this is Kingsmouth part of the town, one of the high streets. The whole place has been taken over by zombies and this darkness apparently. Another symbol. Let's follow that down the road. Another one there. Okay, well we're following manhole covers at the moment. I'm kind of not sure we're doing the right thing. That one's now pointing this way. There's another one here. Okay, now this one's going up there. Right, okay. Now we're near the coast here, as you can see, little harbour, and some different monsters here other than zombies. These seem to be sort of these seem to have come from the water. These ones, sort of leviathan-y, sort of watery alien things. There's another manhole. Someone fighting one there, as you can see. Another manhole cover here. It's still telling us to go this way. So we'll carry on. Let's fight one of these dudes, shall we? Let's have a bit of combat. So there we go. So this hammer skill is my builder. So I'll keep whacking with that, and then I'll use my resources for a big hit. Someone else has come flying in. That seems to be what happens. Other people getting involved in your combat quite a lot. There we go. That's dead. I'm not quite sure if it's quite funny actually, because there are some mobs that you kind of have to fight over with other people to complete the quest. It's really old school MMO. You know, there's no instances where everyone gets their own one. You know, if you turn up somewhere and start killing something and someone else kills it, you have to sort of wait and kill it again, essentially, I think. And as you can see, people just come steaming into your combats, helping you out. I don't know. I mean, maybe because it's a real world MMO, there's a lot of people coming in who've maybe never played MMOs before. I don't know. I'm not sure of the etiquettes. Nothing wrong with helping you out, but it can be a bit annoying sometimes. Anyway, there's another one of these symbols. It's pointing directly at the building. There is another manhole cover over here. I've got no idea if I'm even doing the right thing, to be perfectly honest. Let's fight this drowned mariner. Oh, bloody hell. Still alive. There we go. Mobs do drop things, as you can see. Now there's another Illuminati manhole cover pointing over this way. Well, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go. I can't go in the building, can I? No, I can't go in the building. Oh look. Ah, a little symbol on the floor. Okay. So we've completed that tier. The next tier says find a location referenced in the message, and the message says in the seat of power, the navigator immortalized, illuminating the path to the sleeping priest and Fletcher. In the seat of power. No idea what that means. In the seat of power. Okay, so we've got to find a location. We've got to work out what this message means and find a location it's talking about. Now, there are some buildings back in the town. I think there's a town hall and there's a library and there's some other stuff. So maybe it's talking about those. Let's have a look. One thing I've noticed about the game, more so than other MMOs that I've played, I'm not sure if it's something to do with the setting. Maybe there's an appeal. Maybe there's kind of like a... I hope it don't sound too patronising, but maybe there's kind of like a Buffy sort of Twilight appeal to the game, maybe. I'm not sure, but there's an awful lot of female characters running around. In fact, I would say more so than men. Now that might just be down to the fact that there are lots of men playing as female characters. I'm really not sure. But this looks like an important building. Oh, no, that's a diner. I don't think it's a diner. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm not being patronising by mentioning the whole Buffy thing. I'm sure women would want to play the game regardless, but maybe that's just a bit of a draw. Okay, here's the Kingsmouth Town Hall. Let's have a look in here. Because the message did say something about a seat of power, didn't it? Okay, and I've come in and there are some of these... Oh, all the pictures on the wall are active, so I can look at them. No mariner would go to sea unsupplied. Okay. No mariner will go to sea unsupplied. Okay. Okay, so no mariner. That message, and now all of the pictures are now not active anymore. So I'm assuming I found a new message. Let's have a quick look. No mariner would go to sea unsupplied. Probably a clue. We probably need to find the next location, and I would assume the location will be some kind of a place where mariners would buy their supplies, I guess. Kind of makes sense. I'm not quite sure where that would be, to be perfectly honest. I'm trying to think of what other buildings I've come across. I have come across a miners. There's like a miners museum. I don't really think that would be the place. There's a police station. I don't think that would be the place either. Let's have a look up here. There's a building just on the left here. There's a tourist information building. Oh, bloody hell, I'm being attacked by something. Oh, I'm being attacked by two things. Holy smoke. Okay, let's have a go. Oh my god! Oh, I've been surrounded. Marvellous. The little zombies I can take out pretty quickly, but I'm a bit concerned about some of the other ones. Oh, the other guy's gone wandering off. Okay, maybe he's doing me a favour here. Oh, bugger. Right, I'm going to run. I haven't got any health potion or anything to do me a favour. Run away. Oh, no, I'm going to... Oh, my God. Oh, my... Okay, right. Excellent. Well done, Bob. So we died. Okay. Right, I don't know how long this video's been. Let's go and get my body, which is just out here. First time I died, actually. I guess you die and you spawn at certain points around the place. Let's leg it. Actually, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Now I'm still trying to find this mariner supplies place. I'm assuming it's down near the waterside somewhere. Holy smoke. Okay. Oh, where's he come from? I feel like we're running away from zombies. Where's he going now? Whew, okay. What's he carrying? Now, there is also a crafting system. I just picked up something called a glyph. You can put glyphs into your weapons and craft bell. What the hell is going on? God, blimey. Yeah, sorry, there is a crafting system where you can craft yourself better weapons and that kind of thing. Oh, I found a sword. Things seem to be just attacking me at the moment. I've obviously done something to upset someone somewhere. I'm trying to find this place where... I'm trying to find the location. We're still trying to find the same location where mariners would supply themselves up. Maybe it's here. Oh, bloody hell. It's more like a bar, isn't it? Like a foodie, shrimpy bar type thing. There's a garage over there. And I can't think of what building it could possibly be. Where would a mariner go to supply himself? Would he go? Would he go to the pub? I just don't know. I've got no idea. Okay, guys. Rather than me running around going what I'll do is I will have a little look around, see if I can find what the next location is. This video has been going on for quite a while anyway, so I'll stop it here and I'll be back. This has been the Secret World. Please look out for more Secret World videos. I'm really enjoying the game and I'll be doing more, and I'll see you again soon.